Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kat and today I'm going to be lip swatching all of the Kaleidos lip clays. You can hear them rattling around because I've already taken out like the foam insert that was in the tins because it was really hard to get the lipsticks out of them. But I have both sets. So I have the Sand Castle set, which comes in this gorgeous tin, and these are all of the nude shades. So all of the nudes come in this like cool tone pink soft touch matte packaging. And then I also have the Flora Noir collection, which comes in this one. This is all of these sort of like bolder shades, and these all come in this tealy blue soft matte packaging. If you've been on my channel before, if you know me at all, I love matte lips. I don't like glossy lips, I don't like sheeny lips, I don't like cream lips. I like matte lips exclusively. I always have, probably always will. I've tried to get into gloss and it's just not my thing. So when they announced that this was part of the Flower Plunk collection, this like soft moussey matte formula, I knew I had to get it. And I wanted to get all of them because that idea of like a soft moussey matte formula that's super comfortable is my ideal formula. I have been wearing these in my day-to-day life. I've worn them for 2 days now. I've worn 2 of the nude shades and I will say they wear beautifully because they're like so creamy and soft. They stay on the lips really well, and they're pretty much transfer proof, not completely transfer proof, and they do kind of dry down, but because they're sort of moussey, I found that like, yes, when you eat, some of it does come off, but if you just sort of like rub your lips together, it kind of spreads it out again and you don't need to reapply. In the time that I've worn these, I've only had to reapply once, and I was wearing them for like hours on end. So I'm really pleased with this formula. I'm really excited about this formula. So let's get into the swatches. I thought I'd just zoom in a little bit so that you can see them a bit better. I've had lip balm on this morning, so my lips are a bit smoother, but they are a little bit crusty. Just a little bit. But we're going to start with the nude set. And the first shade that I've grabbed, I'm just grabbing randomly, is the shade Sienna. And this is like a nice sort of brown nude. It's just so creamy. It reminds me a lot of like Korean lip tint formulas. And you could definitely wear these as a lip tint as well as like full opaque. So yeah, this is the shade Sienna. It's a really nice brown toned nude. It's like a mid-tone nude on me, and I just think it's really stunning. It's like a really gorgeous brown undertone nude. You can really rub your lips together. It's really creamy, quite moussey. And I feel like because of that formula, it kind of smooths out your lip lines. So even if you do have crusty lips, it kind of just smooths it out. Yeah, that is the shade Sienna. Next, I've grabbed the shade Dune, which is a bit more rosy, I guess. The thing with the nudes, and this is probably my only complaint, is that Dune, Sienna and Adobe are all very similar to each other. So I definitely say this has more of a cool toned undertone, and I would say there's a bit of pink in there. It's still a gorgeous colour, like it is really stunning, but yeah, I definitely say it's more of a cool toned. It's got a bit of pinkiness to it. So yeah, that's the shade Dune. They also come off really easy with a makeup cloth, which is quite good because I hate having to scrub off lipstick. So next is the shade Terror, which is probably the most exciting from this set. It's like a burnt orange. It's so stunning. I am going to be wearing this. Oh my god. I'm going to be wearing this so much in like the autumn. Look at that. That is so gorgeous. It doesn't really go with these eyes, but what a beautiful colour. Like, I have a liquid lipstick that's very similar to this from Zoeva. It's the shade About Turn, but really I'm gonna always go for this over that one because I don't really like traditional liquid lipstick formula, whereas this, that smooth, creamy, moussey matte, right up my alley, right up my street. I just think this is so stunning. What a stunning colour. Could you imagine this with like mustard eyes or like a green smoky eye? Oh my god. I feel like this is definitely more of like a, yeah, like an autumnal lip that I'm just gonna absolutely use to death, and I just think it's gorgeous. So yeah, that is the shade Terror. I also find it's really easy to get like a nice lip line with the doe foot applicator. It's got a really nice point to it, and it's also got like a well in it, so you get quite a lot of product in one dip. I never have to re-dip. Okay, and then last but not least for the nudes, we have the shade Adobe, which this one's more of like a, maybe like a caramelly brown. It's a bit lighter, a bit more warm toned, I think. Yeah, it feels like it's got a bit of yellow in it. It is such a pretty nude, like a little bit yellowy, a little bit peachy, but still quite brown. I think it's gorgeous. I think this is a nude that's going to go with like so many looks, and I'm probably going to go for quite a lot. I think it's really pretty. It's a really pretty nude. So yeah, that's the shade Adobe. And definitely, like, the longer you leave it on, it does start to kind of dry down, but it doesn't ever become like dry and sort of chalky. Like, I find sometimes like the NYX soft matte lip creams, I find they can get a bit chalky when you try and rub your lips together, whereas this stays very smooth, it stays very movable, but it is almost transfer proof. I've maybe had this on for like a minute now, and basically nothing. So yeah, that is the nude set all done. Let's move on to the Flora Noir set. One thing I noticed because I actually filmed this lip swatching video a couple of days ago, but my SD card broke, but they smell like Center Parc's swimming pool. I don't know why, I don't know how, but they just do. Like, they smell like Center Parc swimming pool, and I think it's because it's that mix of like a chlorine-y kind of smell with like a tropical smell, because the Center Parc swimming pool is supposed to be like a tropical like getaway kind of thing. And I wore one of the nudes out a couple of days ago to see some friends, and I showed it to my friend Fran, and I said, doesn't it smell like Center Parcs? And she was like, yeah, it smells like swimming pool. I was like, it does. It's so strange, but like, it's not like unpleasant, but it's also not really nice. But the scent goes away very quickly. Okay, so now we're on to the more bolder lips, and I'm gonna start with probably the boldest of them all. This is the shade Agave. This is like a dark tealy blue. And this is probably the shade that I'm going to use the least, but it's still fun to have. And it's also fun to see how pigmented it is and stuff. So I mean, it's pretty good. You can see the crustiness of my lips though. I think you'd definitely need to have very smooth lips for this to look really good. The application isn't great, and that's a me problem. But yeah, that's the shade Agave. It's definitely not my favorite. I'm not a huge blue lipstick fan on myself, but it's still really nice. Like the formula is exactly the same as the others. I only did one layer. I feel like with another layer built up, it would look really good. And if maybe with this one, you would need like a lip liner or something just to define the edges a little bit more. But it is still really nice. But yeah, you definitely need a lot less cracked lips than mine for this to look like really good and really smooth. But yeah, this is the shade Agave. I did have to wet my makeup cloth to get that off properly, but like it still looks really good. Okay, next I'm gonna do the shade Mahogany, which is like a really lovely rich brown. I wouldn't say it's necessarily warm toned or cool toned. I'd just say it's very neutral, and it's so pretty. Oh, that is such a gorgeous brown. Like, that's such a nice tone because again, it's not warm, but it's not cool. It's just like a really nice neutral brown. I love brown lipstick. This application's terrible, I apologize, but that is really gorgeous. And again, I have a lipstick that's very similar to this, that's in a liquid lipstick formula, but I would always reach for this over that because the formula of this is just so much nicer. It's stunning. Could you imagine this lipstick with just like silver shimmer over the lid, or like a mustard eye, same as the orange? That like would just look so good with the mustard. So yeah, this is the shade Mahogany. Okay, second to last for the colourful bold lips is the shade Dahlia. This is like a deep burgundy red, and if you know me, I love red lipsticks. I've got quite a lot. I'm quite picky with my reds, but this is a gorgeous one. So this is the shade Dahlia. On camera, it looks a lot brighter than it is in real life. It's definitely darker, leaning towards burgundy. It's got quite a bit of purple in there. But it's definitely, it's not blue leaning, it's not pink leaning. It's a really nice, yeah, like a purpley red is the best way I can describe it. It's on its way to being burgundy. It's not quite burgundy, but it's a really nice deep red. I really love it. Again, formulation is perfect. Yeah, this is the shade Dahlia. And then last but not least, the shade that I was actually the most excited for out of this set, which is surprising considering there was a red in there, is the shade Cactus Flower. This is like a really bright pink. I never wear pink lipsticks, but there is just something about this that just drew me in, and is there ever like makeup products or colors that you just like not fantasize about, but you just come up with ways that you would wear them, and like you kind of have fantasy like makeup days with them? Just me. But I couldn't stop thinking about this lipstick when I saw it, and I just kept thinking like the ways I would wear it, what I would wear it with, how I would pair it, and I'm just very excited about it. So this is the shade Cactus Flower. Let's do it. Oh, it's just so gorgeous. And I think it's because it's so flat and matte. If this was like a shiny shade or a gloss or something, I'd absolutely despise it. But I think it's because it's this gorgeous matte formula. Can you actually believe how stunning that is? Look how cute that is. Could you imagine this with like really bright skin, like with like a nice orangey blush, like nothing on the eyes, just mascara, and then this? Never thought I'd be a pink lipstick kind of gal, but there's something about this that I just absolutely adore. Don't know whether it's the tone, because it's like so vibrant, and but it's not like pale. It's got so much pigment and impact to it. I just don't know, but I think it's gorgeous and I love it, and it's my favorite of the bold lips. This is the shade Cactus Flower. So that's all of them. Let's zoom out and finish this video up. So that is all of the lip clays swatched. What do you think? Which one's your favorite? Which one do you feel attracted to? Do you feel attracted to this formula, or are you someone that much prefers like a glossy, creamy formula? This is definitely like fast becoming one of my favorite lip formulas, and I've only had these for about 4 or 5 days, but it's all I want to wear. It's just my dream formulation, and I really hope that these become a permanent part of their collection, that they release more shades in it. I think I would buy like all of them. Like, even if it was not necessarily shades I would use all the time. I'm definitely not a makeup collector. Like, I don't want to collect all the things from something, but Kaleidos is just a brand that I'm just so attracted to, and I love everything that they do, and these lipsticks are just perfect for me, so why wouldn't I want to collect them? But yeah, that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. That would be really cool. And as always, eat good, drink good, take care of yourself, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.